I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Mob Psycho, Season 3, Episode 6. Last episode, Dimple saw something that must never be touched. Mob's new shirt that he got out shopping with Teru.
He saw something that must never have been bought. Like, that is the worst shirt on the planet of shirts.
Yeah. Only positive things to say about the series at the moment. There were a lot of full circle connections that we got last episode, and I expect them to continue as we see what Dimple's true intention here is.
We had a very hard-hitting emotional episode end on a very comedic kind of laugh track tone with this awareness that the shirt is lame.
Yep.
And I am not sure. It's almost like things have hit a reset button, and I'm unsure where the energy is gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know where they're gonna choose to go with it, but I saw Mob restraining himself a lot last episode, and I don't know how much longer that's gonna last, but I'm a little hopeful because ending on the positive note that we did, and the funny, lighthearted note that we did, gives me hope that Mob's going to be able to still see that Dimple does care about him, and there might be something more complex there.
Yeah, it brings it back that Dimple has been a friend. What are Dimple's true intentions of what he's doing?
What are Dimple's feelings?
What are Dimple's true feelings?
I'm excited to learn. Maybe we will. You ready?
Probably. Yeah.
Sweet.
What a way to start. What a way to start.
Oh, we get to see it.
Oh, look at the sleeves! I didn't even know the sleeves looked like that. What is this, 100% shame? I bet he spent good money on it.
What do you think it is?
Embarrassment or shame?
It's a complex situation because obviously Dimple tells it to him straight, and that is an important person to have in your life.
So are the ones he's truly mad at, would that be the 3 people who didn't tell him to take it off? Dimple is. How ominous to not even tell us what Dimple is. He's 100% deflated. % trust, no. Dimple, you're needed.
Dimple is.
俺様のやり方が気に食わねえんだろ。このままほっといていいのかよ。な、悪霊だ。エクボは危険じゃないよ。もう分かってる。
エクボは調子に乗ってただけなんだ。誰にでもそんな時はあるのかも。レーゲン首相も言ってたし。
ちげえぞ。自信を身につけた俺様とそこらにいるただの調子。
僕も調子乗ってた。
いや、お前は別に普段が控えめすぎるっていうか。
いや、随分と調子こいてた。ごめん。
適当に説得して怪獣しようって。
It's his whole ass.
調子乗ってて、悪巧みやめたら。あの時に
He just wanted you to pay attention to him.
がモテてるかどうかばっかり気になって、もっと大切なものを。ごめん、エクボ。ずっとやりたかったこと、ついに手に入れられそうだっていう時に、エクボは僕をそうやって一人でも実現できるのに、わざわざ僕を誘ってくれたんだ。それこそが一番大事なこと。悪巧みなんかじゃなくて、やりたかったことを僕と一緒に。僕のことを先に信頼してくれたの、ありがとう。
おいおい、やめろよ。あの気持ちを捏造すんじゃねえよ。気味悪くてゾワゾワ。違和感があった。前頭なんか違うなと思ってたんだ。大勢の信者が集まって、これといった天敵もいねえ世界が手に入る。ほとんど計画通りの
And it was lonely.
ものなのに、いまいち面白くねえ。
No fun at all.
共感できねえことばかりだった。なんで日常で超能力を、うまい話に耳を重ねるとことか感じとかイライラもしたが、好きな女を振り向かせたいって欲求の中に潜む思いと同じものを感じ取れた。認められたい自分の存在を。小笑いの件の後、こいつは霊である俺を認識、怖がらず煙たがらず俺様を受け入れた。その時は利用できると思う。心の中で張り詰めていた何かが揺る感じた。欲の少ない茂雄と一緒にいたせいで失いかけてた。やべえじゃんそれ。存在する理由が。いや、まだまだこれからだ。やりたいことがいっぱいある。野望が。
エクボのやりたいこと、友達として。
神とか信者とか今まで気づかなかった。俺様は友達が欲しかったんだ。茂雄、お前はすげえやつだよ。やめた。市民の精神干渉もやめる。ヘルメットに関する記憶も消し去る。それでみんな元通りだ。崇拝エネルギーの供給源が消えれば神の力も失われる。俺様も元に戻る。
ここにそれでいいの？神になるのが夢だったのに。
なんとなくダメ理論で突っかかってきたからやめるってんだよ。
そうだった。
He just wants you to be happy, Dimple.
帰るか。おいおい、どうした茂雄。
力みたいだ。
そりゃお前の自業自得だろ。なんでそんなに容量悪いんだか。しょうがねえな。
Is he gonna be carried out by God, Dimple?
入った頃は毎日こんな感じだったよな。
エクボっていつも
It's kind of
神の
unsettling.
力が自然になくなるまでかかるだろうよ。
やっぱりエクボがうちに帰るようにしてくんないかな。
お前ってたまに容赦ねえ。
ブロッコリーをなんとかしなきゃいけないんだった。
どう処理するつもりだったっけか。
で、海に落とす。
あ、そんなこと出ないのが茂雄の怖いと。
観光スポットにもなれそうだったのに、しょうがないんだよね。
圧倒的なものに魅了されるからな。みんなの記憶に深く残り続けるだろう。
なんか僕眠くなってきた。家に着いたら起こしてくれる？
What a sign of trust.
Are you scared? No. I'm misreading it.
I think you're misreading
帰る
it.
とは言ったが、
There's something so beautiful in the trust.
おい、何？
I think you were right. Oh my
I-
god. Is the broccoli actually, and you know, oh my god, is the broccoli actually
Sentient.
俺様はもう真珠をコントロールに
It's taking on a
Oh
life of its
no.
own.
お前は嫌な予感がする。真珠は自我を持ち始めていたが発生していて、虎視眈々と制御を失った莫大な奪おうとしていたなら、それ置いてけ。至急すぐ起きろ。やべえことになっちまった。マジかよ。今休んでる場合じゃねえんだ。起きねえ。
I love like the gong sound effect every time he hits. Whew. Oh no, he's losing power.
No.
Oh. Animation's amazing. Oh my god.
He's tired. I'm worried that this is going to be the end of Dimple.
Oh my god.
Even though he's being so epic right now.
Oh. Jeez.
What the hell?
Oh, 目が覚めたか。もう動けんのか。
全然動けないよ。
そうか。
すごい音がした気がするけど。
いや、何にもねえぞ。夢じゃねえか。
ついてないの。
もうちょっと休憩してんだよ。俺様も疲れちまった。俺様こんなでけえ力を使ったのは初めてだ。こんなレベルの超能力を保有したまま生活してたんだよな。でやっとその凄さが想像できるとこまで来て調子に乗るなんて可愛いもんじゃない。こんな強い力を持ってたら力に振り回されて当たり前なんだよ。なのにお前は男だ。ビッグになるぜ。今の修行になら俺最初で最後の俺様からの命令。まずは起きろ。立て修行。
でも動かない。
体がガタガタだろうがなんだろうが立たなきゃいけねえんだ。そして自分の足で歩くんだ。
エクボは
俺様ちょっと寄るところあっから先に行ってろ。
うん。 帰りましょう。皆さん帰りましょう。兄さん、すごいニュースやってるんだけど、あれ兄さんがやってるんじゃないよ。
これが先ほど撮影された映像です。突如出現した真珠と呼ばれ上昇していきます。一体何が起きているのでしょうか。
何が目的でこんなこと。不思議だな。夕方ぐらいから記憶が曖昧なんだけど、もしかして兄さんも同じ？僕も思い出せない。どうやって帰ってきたのかも。兄さんも集団催眠ってやつかもしれない。あ、エクボが詳しそうだよね。今度聞いてみるよ。兄さん、でもちょっと横になりたい。思い出せない。思い出せないけど。
But he feels it.
エクボ、エクボは友達だった。
Oh, good. We have tissues.
That was Mob Psycho season 3 episode 6. I'm such a fucking nerd.
Oh, are we supposed to talk now?
I don't know.
I mean, I've said it before, and I guess I'm saying it again, that there are some episodes we react to of some shows that it feels almost impossible to talk about the show after watching it.
I feel like I lost like a friend in real life. I feel like such a nerd for I don't think I've ever like cried on camera to that extent. And that's a little embarrassing, but this show is really special.
It's hitting on these really, really beautiful and vulnerable emotions that I think can be drawn out of all of our human experience of once upon a time being a middle school kid. Even though none of us have psychic powers, I mean, maybe some of us do, but not all of us do. And it really just opens up that like Pandora's box of reminding you what it was like to be maybe that age, but to have such trust and be so sweet and vulnerable and not hardened by the world.
God, they nailed it.
That was amazing. I'm sad. Amazingly, why did they have to do that to me? I didn't want Dimple to be gone. I felt it. I felt it before they really like put the nail in the coffin for sure that Dimple was gonna have to do this. I felt that was going to be the case, and I really was dreading it during watching. I was like, please no, just carry Mob home. God, as soon as he used his hypnosis, that I just cracked.
And like how he chose, like what image he chose Mob to see him in.
I know, he chose how for Mob to see him in his last moments together. And Mob turns around and looks back, and Dimple just waves to him, and Mob waves back, and dude. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever.
I just really quickly want to say, just to get it out of the way, because I think it's in my head, I hope that Dimple's dead. I that sounds really fucked up, and I'm really sad to say that, but I hope he's dead. And I
feel like narratively it would feel there are times in the show where it shows us that the severity isn't very heavy.
Yeah.
and that there is the ability to heal and rebuild afterward.
Mob's parents being dead, Risha being dead.
Yes, and then them not actually
Kid being dead in the first season.
But I think if this wasn't an actual goodbye, I think for the first time in the show, I would be like, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you. Obviously, we'll see what they do, but I just wanted to say that I think that usually I try to be like beginning of the episode to end, but the way that the last 5 minutes transpired, and then about the last minute, I am so glad that it went on for as long as it did, and it had time to breathe and just like to leave off and Mob crying.
We had time to sit with it, and that was so, to have him not be able to remember what was up, but I feel like that's a testament to like what they're showing us here, this relationship, this care, and this friendship, and this trust, that even if you're brainwashed, if you truly care for someone and truly love someone, then you'll be able to feel about them, whether they're gone or not.
I think that it was very smart to handle the conflict how they did and how Mob did, and I think that I think I was stupid. I think I kept thinking before, like, there was some greater reason that Dimple was doing this, like, and there was to some extent, but the extent that it was very simple in nature, and that's what makes it so beautiful, because he got carried away, and
yeah, he was like, this was my original goal, so I guess I'll just do that, since we're all just splitting up and doing our own thing right now.
It made sense. It really made sense, and
I wanted it to be together, though.
And Mob didn't listen to hear him out, and he recognized that, and he's man, I think that Dimple's acknowledgement and understanding of how impressive Mob is, because he has all of this that's so easy to get carried away with, but he still does his best to just try and maintain a good life and just try his best and be so genuine. Like, the understanding of that was
yeah,
awesome.
And there were this language about it, of Mob is a middle school kid, but Dimple was saying things like, while he was calling Mob adorable, he was also like, these things that you do you're so strong. You're a man, like, you're so strong and powerful. And it was, now that I think about it, it was adorable for things you to get carried away with things. And just, that almost the air of like what we were getting there is this Dimple basically voicing what we ended up seeing, which was like, this is something worth protecting, is this boy that has the weight of the world on his shoulders and tries so hard to not get carried away and tries so hard to like live a happy, good life and be good to his friends.
The animation was incredible and consistent. I think sometimes I can't even, like, I'm blinded and can't even see how great the animation is, because I'm used to just how perfect and consistent it is. And just another great thing about this show. This is one of my favorite shows, like, period. It just continues to solidify it for me.
The 100%. It wasn't any of those original guesses of shame or embarrassment. In that moment, it was like Mob that whole time. I mean, we know it. I don't know why I didn't think of it. It's because I'm not brilliant, like obviously the writer is. But all of this time, Mob has been trying to find the hole in the armor that shows that Dimple can still be trusted. And then the moment that Dimple's
trusted Mob
says his honest opinion about the shirt, going back to how they always act as friends. That's the moment he realized he could fully 100% trust Dimple.
And Dimple's trusted Mob long before Mob even was like we've seen it again and again and again of how much trust Mob has in Dimple, but also Dimple has in Mob, and he's been around forever. And
and the beauty of how many things Dimple got to re-experience, maybe even from his once upon a human life. Like, he even said that some of the things that he was seeing Mob go through were things that he felt as if he could relate to.
Yeah.
And he got to live through all of these emotions and these things that it's almost like Dimple is the true meaning of Dimple, the evil spirit, is that of an adult looking back at childlike wonder, like looking back at themselves as a kid and being like, wow, those were the days.
Him not feeling fulfilled is such like in character with him. Like, I'm thinking about when he used Gota's body.
Yeah.
And he was like the fake puffed up psychic muscles that you use are no match for these that have like trained and worked hard for it. Like, Dimple is reminded again and again and has been learning himself that the things that mean most and the truly powerful things in life come from hard work and being genuine. And and then when he got the thing that he wanted all along, he realized that like it wasn't like that. Like, it's of course it's gonna feel shallow and empty because that's not what you actually wanted. You're saying that you want this huge goal, but why do you want it? And once you boil it down to why you want it, and you want attention, the attention from one friend can be worth millions of times more than a million people's attention. That is just hypnosis. And I don't know. I think that it being the only time and final time that he used hypnosis to control Mob 2, I thought it was
Mob to go home and be safe.
I thought it was beautiful. And like once they started flashing back back and forth between the appearance of Dimple and Mob's perspective, I was starting to lose it, man. Like, that was when I really couldn't take it anymore. I don't know.
Dimple chooses in this moment to, like, it's not, I feel like if Dimple hadn't taken over the broccoli, I feel like this sentient broccoli mob could have still happened, even if Dimple wasn't in the mix.
Yeah.
But you know what wouldn't have happened? Dimple wouldn't have been bestowed with this godly power enough to fight broccoli mob.
Yeah.
And and that would be the true tragedy, is that there wouldn't be anyone Mob would have to fight. But Dimple was able to have enough power to get rid of the broccoli. She's basically up in space? Is that what's happening?
Well, I'm assuming that he's going to be doing exactly what
Mob said. Was
the absurdity of what Mob said, picking it up and just moving, and like I don't know. It was done so well, and I'm so sad. Like, I'm
you know what? Just a little detail. When Dimple is in his like godly dimple, the gold, and there's the cut on his cheek, it goes through the dimple. Like, the dimple doesn't just, it's not like and I don't know, there's something about it that I find a great detail to Dimple in this form. And it almost is so sad because that's the signature. That's the iconic, is the dimples.
Yeah.
And it has a line through it.
Man.
Are we ever going to learn why this shirt was purchased?
Teru liked it. It's all that matters.
What was Teru up to? What was Teru's motive? Is, like, There's no way Teru thought this shirt was a good decision.
Like the last like minute, like I couldn't believe what was happening, and I'm just, this is a great show.
It is.
I wonder what's gonna happen with Sabomi.
No. She was just like, how pretty, and then that's like it for her for this episode.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is Mob gonna be like, well, now that his hype man is gone, he really does need to confess to Tsubomi? Because that's what Dimple would have wanted him to do.
Maybe. What would Dimple do?
What would Dimple do?
Oh man.
Maybe don't live by what would Dimple do. He was trying to advise Mob into doing some things Mob would be better off not doing.
That was a really good episode.
That felt like a season finale. Oh, but this is episode 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's almost like a new arc is gonna happen after this, right?
Maybe. I don't, if I'm honest, how many episodes are in the season? Do we know?
I believe they're normally like 13 in Mob Psycho.
Yeah, normally. Where do you go from here?
A new arc of happenings. I'm not sure. Well, how devastated is Mob going to be once Dimple's not in the picture anymore? But also, who's the villain? Is Mogami gonna come back in the picture? Is not having Dimple there going to be a hindrance to Mob? Is he going to wish that he had Dimple there? Like, as Ritsu says, oh, well, Dimple's the one I normally ask about this sort of thing. Is he gonna start to realize all of these situations he wishes he had Dimple to consult with or to be there?
I imagine the story goes with like, we got to ask out Tsubomi, right? Like that's what the show is. Like that. Mm-hmm. I'm hopeful that's where we go, but oh my god, I'm just like, I can't. I'm thinking back to like every moment we've had with Dimple when Mob's like crying at the end saying that you were like, he was your friend, and when Teru first chopped Dimple and Mob was like, oh, I don't really care, but then the percentage went up a little bit and then Mob searched for 2 hours afterward. Like, I don't know. God. I cried like a baby.
I still want to cry.
Me too.
It's like the tears aren't like done necessarily. They like keep peeking, like coming out. And I'm like, no, go back in.
Man. Huh. I don't know. I'm just...
Yeah, I think that there's no way we can guess what's gonna transpire in a next episode.
I'm just going to do what Mob did at the end of this episode. I'm going to go lay down and cry.
Go sleep and cry yourself to sleep, basically.
And I'm going to say Dimple was my friend.
Oh.
I feel broken, but that was beautiful. It was gorgeous. Good job.
Good job.
You good?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.